St. Patrick was a 5th century Romano-British Christian missionary and bishop in Ireland. He is the patron saint of Ireland. Patrick was active as a missionary in Ireland during the second half of the 5th century. Patrick may have been born in Roman Great Britain in 387 AD. The exact date is uncertain. The exact location of his birth is also disputed. One source suggests that it could have been in Cumbria, while other sources suggest Scotland or Wales. The fact is, there is little certainty about his early life. When he was about 16, he was captured by Irish pirates from his home in Great Britain and taken as a slave to Ireland, where he lived for 6 years. During those 6 years, it is recorded that he looked after sheep on Slieve Mish Mountain in County Antrim. Most of what we know about St. Patrick's early life comes from his own confession, now recognised as one of the very earliest Irish historical documents. He begins his confession with the well-known lines, "My name is Patrick. I am a sinner, a simple country person." During his time on Slieve Mish, Patrick had time to think about his faith. His confession speaks about that time. "It was there that the Lord opened up my awareness of my lack of faith. Even though it came about late, I recognised my failings. So I turned with all my heart to the Lord my God." Eventually, Patrick escaped and returned home to his family. He was then haunted by a vision of the Irish people calling him, saying, "We ask thee, boy, come and walk among us once more." Patrick then studied in Europe and was ordained a young missionary. Acting on the vision, Patrick then returned to Ireland as a Christian missionary. He writes that he baptised thousands of people and ordained priests to lead new Christian communities. St. Patrick's position as a foreigner in Ireland was not an easy one. He had to confront the thriving pagan culture that existed at the time. The Druids, or religious leaders of the Celtic tribes, did not accept him, and he found it difficult to form alliances. Despite all the setbacks, Patrick's mission to Ireland lasted about 30 years. And its impact was immense. He set the seeds of Christianity in a pagan land, and they grew and flourished in the coming centuries. There are many legends about Patrick, not least that he banished snakes from Ireland and that he adopted the shamrock as a symbol of the Holy Trinity. If we deal with snakes first, we can confidently say that there were no snakes in Ireland during St. Patrick's mission. Driving the snakes from Ireland was probably symbolic of putting an end to pagan practices. Shamrock is simply young clover. Before the Christian era, it was a sacred plant of the Druids of Ireland, because its leaves formed a triad. Famous stories tell of how St. Patrick used the shamrock in his teachings. Preaching in the open air about God and the Trinity, he illustrated the meaning of the three in one. Just as the shamrock is one leaf with three parts, so God is one entity with three persons. Patrick died on the 17th of March, 461 AD. St. Patrick's Day is observed on the 17th of March, the day of his death.